Get a cat. They said. Get a long-haired cat because they're cute, they said.
I don't know who they is. I think that was just you.
He's so cute.
Oh, he is cute, but I don't think anybody like pressured you into getting a cat. That was all you, dude.
Okay, it was all me, like, mentally, yes, but then the opportunity fell in my lap.
Right.
I think I still probably would have gotten one eventually, but I don't think I would have gotten it then. And I think after, like, the whole, like, depression of having to be alone and, like, my shoulder and everything, I think I would have gotten over it.
Yeah. Like, after you got through it, you would have been like, I'm good on a pet.
I really think that would have been the case.
That's genuinely the reason I, to this day, haven't gotten a pet, because I'm like,
you're just sad.
I know that in like 2 months I won't want it.
Yeah, you're just sad right now. And that's so that's the thing is like, and that's why I don't want him, because I love Leo and like he's a king and I would do anything for him. Like I literally love him. But it's also like I just know that I wouldn't have gotten a cat. Yeah. Or any animal once I got through that moment.
Right.
I'm gonna say it. Have sex with a Scorpio.
I could glute bridge your dad. I'm naked, hold on.
We will be flicking the beans to that.
But she's tatted and I take meth. Is somebody in your house right now?
But you know what? Fuck your ass.
Yeah, I had sex last night.
You can make your own money. You can literally have your own job of your dreams. You can own your own house. You can own your own car. You can pay all your fucking own bills. So what is that man? That man is sex and a best friend, and that's it.
I heard nothing but the truth.
But the opportunity fell in my lap and I took it.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok the other day of this person who's like has a rabbit as a pet, but she's like trained it to where like it doesn't just shit freely. Like it knows how to use a litter box and like acts like a dog basically. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cute. But like I would never want to train a fucking rabbit. But it was cute. Like it was like
I don't think rabbits are that cute. My cousin,
if you saw it, you would disagree because like
my cousin has had rabbits, like so many rabbits growing up that like they had like an outdoor cage for her rabbit and stuff. And then I think she had also one like for inside, like when it was cold and stuff in the winter. But she's had a ton of different like rabbits and bunnies, and like they're all so cute. And like even all the bunnies and rabbits that she's had are so cute. But like I don't know if I'd want it as a pet.
Yeah, I think it would have to be like a really, really, really domesticated one, because like if not, it's kind of just like the same vibe as like a hamster, where it's like you just kind of have to look at it. Like you can't really play with it because they'll bite you and like they just shit everywhere.
I mean, she'd always get them as like little like bunnies. So then like they like, grew up like being like petted and like having like free time in like the house and stuff. And like, I mean, not really free time because she like wouldn't let him, from what I remember, is like let the bunnies just like run free because they're kind of like hard to get. Yeah. And they like to like hide in like
it's places. Like it's like I feel like they're closer to like actual wild animals than like a true domesticated like cat or dog.
Yeah, that's true.
But like this girl had one and like, oh my god, it was so cute. Also, like I do not condone like real leather or like actual animal fur on clothing, but my mom has this jacket from like the 90s or the 80s, and it has like a real leather. It's like a real leather jacket with a real rabbit fur like collar. That is the softest thing I felt in my whole life. So I'm like, imagine having that as a pet. Oh my god.
Cute. No, because honestly, my mom has like, I don't know if it's like mink or something like that. Like she has
chinchilla.
Yeah, something funny like her dad. Like when she was younger, like it's like still from that same like era that your mom's jacket's from. Like that's when everyone had like a fur coat.
Where like fur, like non-ethically sourced like faux fur was like a thing.
And
it was like real
I don't
fur.
know what it's made of, but I know that she had one like in our basement. She never fucking wore it, but her dad was always like, every woman needs to have one. Yeah. That and like a set of pearls or something. So she like her dad
it's
bought
so
her.
Bouge. Like,
I guess.
Yeah. No, but my mom still has that jacket to this day, and like she'll like rock it from time to time. But I'm like, I want that passed on to me because it's such a sleigh. Like it's like this like tight fitting, like almost cropped like leather jacket with like rabbit fur collar, and like I believe it also has like rabbit fur like on the like cuffs of the sleeves. It's so cute. It's like I said, PETA, all you vegans, don't come and get me. It's my mom's. Right. Attack her if anybody. But like That shit is soft.
But also, like, that shit's from so long ago when it was like,
Yeah.
people just like weren't knowledgeable about it. Then.
Yeah.
Like then it was like that was a flex. Like that
There
was like
was people who were knowledgeable, but nobody listened to them.
no, but it's also
Yeah.
the access to like that is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the way it is today. Like now you can like unfortunately watch it happen.
Yeah. So
Like
true.
then make the jacket from start to finish.
Speaking of watching just horrible shit, I think that needs to be a little bit like I'm all for like, you know, we should not like hide anything from anybody. Like people should get all the information, whatever. However, like TikTok, I've seen more people die on that app than like needs to happen. Like from like car crashes or like horrible accidents.
That's
or
true.
like school shooting videos of like whatever. And I'm like, whoa.
Like that
I've
girl.
been exposed to a lot of death on this app. And so I can't imagine like children.
No, you're
like,
actually
desensitized.
You're actually
to
not
it.
wrong because there's this girl that I just saw who got like sentenced to like prison for like first degree murder and like a bunch of stuff
For
from,
the
like,
car wreck? Of
Yeah.
those two guys in her car?
her
Yeah,
brother
yeah.
and his friends.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. And there's that video of that girl who like 2020, I think. She like was drunk and ran over two people.
Yes, and she was like in the like hospital, and the cop was like, "You killed."
She's like laughing.
She's like, "I gotta go to class."
Yeah.
Like we were partying.
No, but like
Yeah.
in the like what is it called? The chest cam or like whatever that the cop had, the body cam, like you see like a person like under the car. Or the video of that girl who the cop left in the car after they like detained her, and then a train comes by and just runs over the car because they parked the cop car on the train tracks.
I think I did see that.
And it's like, whoa.
It's
and
like,
and at the moment you don't really realize like you're watching people die basically. But then like after you process it and like think about it, you're like, oh my God, yeah, I just watched somebody die on TikTok today, casually,
just scrolling.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
I mean, we're past the point of being knowledgeable of like animal deaths. Like we're seeing actual humans die. Like
That's true.
way too often.
That's true. Now that you put it like that
Yeah.
in a fucking morbid way.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though is like I am very much a cab. Like all cops are bad, a defund the police, whatever. However, I do get so caught up in those TikTok accounts where it's like body cam footage and they're like going into like houses or whatever and doing raids, and like I love watching that.
It's interesting.
And I hate that I like watching it.
No, I actually saw no, okay. In like a less like crazy way of that way. This guy today, I saw him on TikTok and he's like, I've become way too invested in looking at like really expensive homes that like I'll never be able to afford. But you know how like, okay, multi-million-dollar homes, the way that they have like drone footage and like all that kind of stuff, like to like walk you step by step so like you can virtually feel like you're in the home.
Walking it.
Yeah, like whatever. And he's like, I've been doing this. But I've gotten like too invested to the point where like I go to their closet and I'm like looking at like what kind of clothing they got going on. Like okay, you made a good financial investment because you have a $2.3 million home, but like you have Tinkerbell Tory Burch shoes. Like why? And like what your Louboutins? They're messed up. Like why do you have those? And he started going through like this whole like it's such like an invasion of privacy. He's like, but I can't stop.
Yeah.
Like, but the fact like it's actually crazy to think that like you would never open up your home that vulnerable to anybody, but then as soon as you like go to sell it, everything. And $1 million homes, they have like crazy like my cousin actually used to do like all like the footage and stuff like that for homes and for like very expensive homes, and she would like the things that she would like, have to go into and like fly drones, like all like the footage that you have to be able to put on the internet, and like people can see like your whole house,
right,
every inch of it.
Yeah.
And like you didn't move out yet, like those Hermes bags are still sitting on there.
Yeah, it's
like you know what I mean. Like it's so like crazy to think that like we put that on the internet just so freely, and you're like, oh yeah, like I'm just casual.
Yeah, and like just trusting the people that like don't come rob you or whatever.
Right, and like your whole ass address is out there, how much taxes you pay, the price of your home, like
that would be crazy to be like a celebrity, because at a certain level nobody fucking cares. Like when you're that low on the totem pole, if your house is on the market, like nobody's gonna come rob you.
Right, like your $200,000 home.
Yeah, and like whatever, but it's like crazy that like, you know, big celebrities like their house will be listed or whatever, but yeah, like you're saying, like they still are living there. Like I remember when Jeffree Star did that, and in my head I was like,
yeah, in his home,
he's like the king of like consumerism and like having so much just expensive designer shit. And like, yeah, like you said, like the address is out there, like the tour, the videos and everything. And I'm like, damn, that's scary.
Yeah.
I would be terrified.
That's like when he was going through it, it's like, it's such an invasion of privacy, but I can't stop. And I was like, honestly, like I've never thought about it this way.
Yeah. Or it's
But,
like even like thinking of like shows like MTV Cribs, like stuff like that.
Right.
Where it's like, come in my house. Or like Architectural Digest does that with the celebrities or whatever. And like give somebody 20 minutes on Google Maps, like they'll find it.
They'll find it and now they know the whole layout of your house because you just went through it. So like if they wanted to rob you, they know how to get in, get out. Like they have like the whole everything.
Especially if like
That's
people
scary.
like, I'm thinking like people like an Emma Chamberlain or something who are like just young women.
Yeah.
Who live alone.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so terrifying.
So like even there's this one guy on TikTok too, and I forget what his name is, but it's almost like he's like a locator. He has like something. It's like
I know what you're talking about.
Like it'll be like a picture of like some random parking lot in the middle of absolutely you have no idea where. And like the average person would be like, oh, that's just a gas station in a parking lot. Like you would never think, but he will literally find it, and that is so scary to me.
Yeah.
So I think he's like, but I also understand why he's doing. He's like, people are thinking that like it's. Oh, like I'm just at McDonald's, but like you can literally find the McDonald's that you're at. And like the other day when I had like my little self-care day and I put it on YouTube, I like filmed myself going to Starbucks and then getting my nails done. And what I was thinking was like, I literally showed the Starbucks and I thought about it in that moment. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
If someone really wanted to,
they could figure out this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you live close to that Starbucks. Not that like someone could like necessarily figure out which like what for yourself, but I was like, I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, like if someone really wanted to, they could figure it out.
Well, I think about it too, like even like our legal information is accessible because like we like created a business which that has both of our addresses on it.
Yeah.
So like if somebody really tried, like they could find out. And like it's terrifying the things that are like accessible like on the internet. And that's like when people, this is kind of like divulging from that a bit, but like when people like leave hate comments or whatever, and then like somebody holds them accountable and like calls their boss or like tells their family, and then they like lose their job. It's like, okay, sorry, but what did you expect to happen?
Yeah.
Like you're putting it all out there, like, and you're saying like racist shit or like crazy, like kill yourself kind of things, like, and somebody like holds you accountable for it. It's like, it's freedom of speech, which also gives me the freedom of speech to fucking dox your ass.
Facts.
Remember when that was like a big thing of like doxing? It was like live streamers, like people would do that of like, or like they would like SWAT people. Remember that?
No.
Thing? Oh my God. So this is like the difference between having brothers and sisters then, because like my little brother, like there was like a time period, like this happened to James Charles, but like where on video games and like playing video games, like streaming, whatever, people would SWAT your house while you're playing video games because they'd figure out your address. And then like on the live, like on the mic, like you would hear like the police like being like, open up, like blah, 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 because like somebody would call and report that you had like kidnapped somebody or whatever. So the SWAT team would like show up at these people's houses like as a prank.
What?
Yes, like if you go on YouTube and like Google like swatting videos or whatever, like so much, like this happened to James Charles.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's
like the FBI shows
insane.
up because people like,
why is that funny to people?
I don't know.
That's not, but it's like actually terrifying.
No, it's so horrible and like whatever, but like that was like a big thing that happened in like, I want to say like probably like the 2010s.
Well, I mean, like I know a lot of like mom or like family creators and stuff, and like so many people will be calling like child protective services on them for like little things or like whatever, like that every like, and it's not even like it's right or it's wrong, but like every human being,
it's like opening up your parenting style or like your family to the internet. You're now opening up commentary about how you parent.
Okay, the commentary is one thing, but calling child protective services is a whole other thing, especially when it's like actually not needed.
Yeah,
like that's what's insane to me.
Yeah,
like there was actually kids, like I mean that whole family right now were like
that was needed. I don't know if you've seen those videos.
I am like on a whole rabbit hole of it, and it's so sad. What's her name? Ruby, and like
it's like the 8
8 passengers.
8 passengers.
And like the kid like got out and had like duct tape on its like ankles and its wrists and like malnourished, and like now that they're like going through like the content, like finding like the things that she said about like kids and like how you raise them, and like it's just very like kind of should have seen this coming. Like that's a whole different scenario than like me showing you that I'm putting my car seat into my car and you think that I didn't do it right, so you called child protection services. Like, that's literally happened to people that I've like seen on the internet. Like what?
Yeah.
First of all, you're wasting the time of those people who like need to actually be going to help people that actually like, this is a problem.
Right.
So like,
and they're already like overworked.
Right. Like you're taking their time away from what needs to actually be.
Also, you're using like public resources that are like tax funded resources that like so essentially you're paying for it at the end of the day. Like it's
for what
just
though? Like what enjoyment do you get out of any of that? I don't get it. I don't get any of that stuff.
It's like the whole like everybody's an expert syndrome, where it's like that's literally true. Like I see this on people who post videos on TikTok all the time of like they're cooking something and like they just did a step differently than like somebody else would do it, and then it's like it goes from just this like, you know, meaningless, like, you know, this person just posted a video of them cooking dinner to this whole commentary about like all of these things. And then it turns into some other conversation that devolves into like some form of like, oh, well, this is an example of privilege and X, Y, and Z. And it's like, they were making rice and chicken. How did we get here? Like, what are we like?
I don't get it. Yeah,
put the phone away.
Yeah,
put the phone
away. Go touch some grass. You need to go
outside for 5 minutes and chill out. Like it would be different if they were like you doing something like culturally appropriating or whatever, and like you're trying to like you know educate them and in a polite way. But it'll be people just being like, oh my god, oh, you didn't wash your rice, and it's like the creator will be like, I just didn't film it. But like, or they'll have to like film them washing their hands, or the comments will be like, ew, you're so disgusting, you didn't wash your hands, like you should put gloves on, blah blah blah. And it's like, first of all, I'm cooking my own food for my own mouth. Yeah, I'm not putting fucking gloves on.
No.
Also, don't tell me that you like don't do like this type of stuff either.
No, exactly. That's the thing.
Like you're not better than me.
Have you ever gone to a cookout? Because I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
Not every single person who had to bring a potluck dish.
Yeah.
Was very sanitary.
And you're not like asking them before you like take a bite.
And newsflash.
Hey, can you show me a video of you cooking this so I can like double check that you didn't do anything like that I wouldn't approve of?
Okay, but also like newsflash.
Go to a restaurant. Sorry.
That's what I'm about to... No.
All the
not
chefs
even that.
Smoke cigarettes.
That's what I was about to say. Newsflash to you. Even if you go to a restaurant, it's not the fucking cleanest.
Yeah.
And like I've worked in plenty. Like to know that Ryan, who you want me to go compliment the chef for.
Yeah.
Ryan's made this burger 60 times today.
And didn't wear gloves.
Ryan's high as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy? Like.
Yeah.
Ryan doesn't know his name.
Yeah.
Actually. So you thought you had some grandiose chef in the back and some sous chef. I think it's hilarious when people come in and they're like, yeah, I'm a sous chef of a restaurant. Or like, just like from a chef's opinion, I'm like, babe, you're not, because you're eating here.
Yeah.
Like if you were a chef, you would have gone to like an actual good place to eat.
Well, and like also the difference between the people at your restaurant versus like a luxury, like, I don't know, 5-star place is like, y'all got cooks.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have like chefs that were like trained.
Right.
Like y'all got people who like can read a recipe and are like, okay, we're good.
Right. They just know the steps of making the burger and the salad and the fried food.
Yeah.
They know how to put something down in the fryer.
Right. And like, I think that's a big thing that also people don't realize is like, that's like people on the internet who post like cooking videos. It's like, I'm not a chef.
Yeah.
I just cook this so I can eat. Like, chill out. I didn't go to like the Michelin star school of
that's the
culinary.
Difference. If you go to like a 5-star restaurant, okay, you're expecting a whole different experience. Yeah. And like even the way like in the back is held is so much different.
Like it's run like the fucking Navy.
But the people who are complaining on those are going to like a fucking Friendlies.
Yeah.
Are going to Applebee's. Babe, if you think Applebee's is clean in the back, you're wrong.
Yeah.
If you think that they're doing anything sanitary, if you think that your food isn't just microwaved, you're literally delulu.
It's coming out of a bag in the freezer. It's getting thrown into boiling water. It's being fried or it's being microwaved.
By fucking Zach, who just touched his balls 20 minutes ago. I took a piss. Like, be for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just real shit. I have not been like, okay, obviously I went to college, I went to party schools, like, but the restaurant industry brings out a whole different like type of person that you're around. And I have never been, and this isn't even like the restaurant that I work in now. The restaurant I work in now is actually very tame to where like I've been. And like the amount of like drugs and like just usage of crazy things I've never even been exposed to until I was in this industry is absurd.
Absurd. But it makes sense though, because it's like it's a very high stress industry. It's a very like impractical hours for like your body, you know what I mean? So I feel like that makes sense. Like it makes sense why people get addicted to smoking cigarettes or like are addicted to caffeine or like do drugs to go to sleep at night. Like I get it, because like it's not a traditional job that's just like you come in, you leave. Well,
even like the other crazy part that like nobody thinks about too is like you have to like suppress your hunger. And I know that sounds like crazy to say, but like
no, it does.
You don't get to eat at normal hours.
Yeah,
like I'm eating,
and you're always around food too.
I'm eating my full on dinner at 2 a.m. When we served at 6 to 7 for you guys.
Yeah,
like I'm eating a full on steak meal at 2 a.m.
Right,
me and the cooks included.
Yeah,
like, and then if I want to eat before, I'm eating at 2, so before my shift for 4. Like it's like a whole like you don't eat when people eat.
Yeah,
and like so. Yeah, you're like I kind of also understand it in that regard too, because like a lot of drugs, depending on the drug you do, like could suppress your hunger.
Yeah,
to like get you by.
Right,
like a lot.
Like I'm gonna pop an Adderall.
Adderall is massive.
Oh, I mean that's like honestly though, like if you look at any high stress industry, and then you look at the drugs that are used there, or like the fact that drug use is even normal, it makes sense. And it's so fucked up, because it's like, why are we not creating a better environment for these people so they don't have to do that? Like I almost think of like people who like work in like finance or like private investment or like things like that. It's like they all do cocaine. They're all on like way too high doses of Adderall, because it's such a high stress, always on, like fast paced, gotta be like hyper focused. And it's like, it's really not that deep. It's really not. But like they create these environments to where it has to be like that.
But it is like
right,
living in it. It is, because like you also are like have to perform like at your best ability at all times. You could get like and this is like, okay, even in the finance world, like you can't fuck up people's numbers.
Yeah,
like you're dealing with their money.
You're so replaceable too.
Right, you're also dealing with like multi-million-dollar accounts. Like if you fuck up, like you really fucked up,
and you fuck up for like everybody,
not just even yourself. A lot of people,
your firm, the people above you, below you, where it's like somebody who works in marketing. Okay, I post the wrong Instagram story. My bad. It's not that deep.
Yeah, depending on what you post. Right. But then, like, even for me, like,
I've almost done that. Like, posted something that I was gonna post on my personal social on our company's page, because like they're all on my Instagram. Like, same linked with my TikTok. Yeah. And I'm like, oh fuck, that would have been
triple check.
That would have been really bad.
But that's even like in like the restaurant industry, like. You have like people. The thing is about like the service, like a service industry in general, is like it's easy until it's not. Like people think it's super easy and like whatever until it's not. Like you can't tell me that you could run a whole section, which most restaurants is 4+ tables. It's fucking bug, bro.
There's like one gnat. There's
in one
here.
gnat, and it's like every time one of us talks, it goes to that person.
Yeah.
Like okay, like 4 table plus section, right? And then while also like making drinks, running food, doing side work for literally 12 hours straight. Yeah. And it's non-stop. Yeah. Non-stop. While like every single table has a problem. Every single table wants a ranch. Every single table is now out of ketchup. Need a refill, like everything. So, and you're doing it for 12 hours straight. And then the craziest part is like at the end of the shift when it starts to wind down and then those people come in and they want like demand the best of service. You're like, bro, you could never.
Well, that's why I've always told you like I could never work in that industry. Like I would just be really bad at it, because like I like mentally couldn't handle it.
It's like stimulating to me in like some regard. Like it is very stimulating to me, and I know that sounds like it's not weird, because I don't think it's like a weird thing, because everyone's stimulated in like their own way. But like for me, I think it's just like the fact that like I'm up, I'm active, I'm like talking and like being social. And I think that just like, is a lot, but then like on an off day, I am like the complete opposite.
Right.
I am
you have to like recharge.
I am like dead,
Mm-hmm.
dead to the world. Like this, I mean, past week I probably slept every time I wasn't at work, working out or doing this, I was asleep.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like a lot. I don't know. It's like yeah. I don't know the point of any of this. We were just talking.
We're just chit-chatting. So the spoiler, this episode we're pre-recording because I'm actually taking off for a whole week next week. I'm going to visit my family and be in Arkansas for like 7 full days. So
best of luck.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. The good thing about it is like at my parents' house, like I have like my whole room and it's on a different floor. Mm-hmm. So like even like there I have like a good sense of privacy, which like I know is like something that a lot of people probably don't have when they go back to their home, because like my parents still have the same house from like when I was growing up. So like we still have like our own rooms and our own space and like the ability to just kind of like get away from it all. So at least I have that. But yeah, it's like as an adult, anytime you spend with your family that is longer than 72 hours, stress starts like happening.
Tensions rise.
Yeah,
anger
it's like
builds.
you're past all the like, oh my god, we're so happy you're back, and now it's like, oh, you chewed the wrong way, and I might punch you in the face.
Yeah, like you didn't put your cups away.
Yeah,
and like now,
yeah.
My dad would always be like, "Well, we know Kellen's home. Her shoes are out." I'm like,
no, my dad is the same way. Like he's like acts
was
like
so
they
excited,
run
and
the
then-
tightest ship ever
for real.
And then I come home and there's like a dish in the sink, and he's like. And I'm like, okay, do not act
like okay, then I won't come home.
Yeah, but also like don't act like I'm this giant slob. Like I put my shit away. It's not that deep. Like chill out. Like
so my child, like my parents don't live in the childhood house like I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
I did live there for about a year, I want to say, before I moved down here. So like at one point it was my room. Like it was my space. But like everything that was in that room, like besides my bed, I took.
Oh yeah.
So now everything in that room is just like their stuff. Like it's like partially like my dad's office, second TV room, plus my bedroom.
Yeah.
So like
it's like a multi-purpose room.
Right. And like my mom has like redone it, and like it looked for a while it was like a little weird. Like it just felt like a utility room. Like it was just like random
like
shit everywhere.
hodgepodge.
Yeah, but like my mom's redone it since, and like it is really pretty, but like it's not my space.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know if like you at least going home to like be like at least still have like your childhood room is different.
So yeah, and it's such like a weird like step back in time moment.
Your parents ever ask you this? So when I go home every fucking time, my mom goes, "Does it feel nice to be back in your bed?"
Oh my god!
And I'm like, "No, because my bed is at my house."
Yeah, but every time like my dad will be like, "How does it feel to just be home?" And in my head, I'm like, "It feels good, but like you guys have to realize like this doesn't feel like my home anymore."
Yeah.
Like I haven't lived here in 5 years. Like it's not really like giving home.
Because I feel like even if I like didn't live far away. Right. And I like.
No, like, I mean, where I went to college was like 45 minutes.
No, but I'm saying like, okay,
so,
it's like
when I would come home, it still didn't really feel like my house anymore, like my bedroom.
Right. But like, even like your brother who lives around the corner.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to ask him that.
Yeah.
Because he lives around the corner.
Yeah.
And like your brother who has kids who like, they go there all the time. Like, just like, no. And like, also like, no, this feels like your space.
Yeah.
This feels like your space. And like, it feels like your house. And like, I can't just like walk around here naked like I do at home, and I can't just walk around here and like go make the food I want to, and like all my things are where I put them. Like this is your house. And my
skin has weird reactions every time I come home. Yes. I don't know about that, if you feel like that, but like every single time I go home, and I have like fucking weird skin. Like I have extremely sensitive skin. I'm finally, thank God, on a skincare regimen that's like doing something for my skin. I'm seeing a difference, but like whatever. Every single time I go home, my hair is weird and my skin is weird. And it like the water doesn't work. My shower doesn't feel satisfying.
Yes.
The soap doesn't suds the same way. Like everything about it is like
kind of
off.
like I know. I feel like I'm like on a weird vacation.
Yes.
So my parents redid their bathroom too, and like ever since then, like it's honestly like really nice. It's beautiful, and like the water pressure is so much better. But for a minute, I would go back and be like, just splash water on myself, because I'm like, this isn't what is a shower, where is the water?
No, my shower at my parents' house is very like, the like shower head is weird, like the water doesn't feel right, and like the soap doesn't react the same way in the water the way that my soap does. Like here
at your house.
And I don't know why. Like, it's just like little things like that makes it not feel homey.
Yeah.
And I feel like, so every time like I'll shower in my parents' room because like they like redid their whole bathroom a couple years ago and it's like very spa like. So it's like I like showering there. But like when I'm up in my childhood bedroom, I'm like, the fuck? How did I live with like, not that it's not nice, but the shower itself just like, it doesn't feel like it's cleaning me.
Yeah. No. Okay. So this is going to be like sound really weird. So I might have to backtrack on this statement. But like when I go home, I feel ugly.
Yes.
Like
my makeup doesn't work.
Yeah.
My makeup doesn't work.
I feel like nothing hits
works.
the same. Like I feel like I can't be the person that I am here. Like
I feel so ugly when I'm
and not
home.
in like the way of like I have to act different or like the. Because like, okay, I feel like anytime like as also growing up and like being just a different person than I was in high school when I was there, like obviously I'm a different person. Like I've grown up, right?
Yeah.
So like that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm not even concerned about like the way that I dress because like
Yeah.
I don't care. I think it's cool. Like I want
Yeah.
to wear this up. And obviously it's my clothing. I'm taking my clothing back home with me, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. Every single time I'm there, I feel so ugly. I'm like,
Yes.
I feel like frumpy
Yes.
and gross. And I feel like my hair and my makeup don't hit. Like,
No.
I just feel ugly.
Yeah. No, it's really weird. And like, it's a really weird thing because even when I go on like vacation, that doesn't happen. But for some reason, like when I go to my parents'
Yes.
house, my
Yes.
makeup doesn't work right. Like
Yes.
my face doesn't get like moisturized properly.
I feel
my
like my hair,
hair
like,
doesn't
yes.
like, it looks like just flat and like brittle. And I okay, and I've always said this, I really think it's the water.
They might have, yeah, like hard water.
Or like, I don't know what it is, but like, and then I'll get eczema bad every time I go home. So it's like, I don't know if I'm allergic to something that they have or like what. But yeah, no, I feel the same way. Like I just don't
Like
look
their
like
water hurts my stomach. Like
Oh.
their drinking water.
I don't like the taste of my parents drinking water at all.
Like I used to fuck with it and now I can't.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah. Or it's like I
weird.
feel like I can't get it as cold as I need it.
Yeah.
So I'm and also my parents' dog like will sleep with me when I'm home, so she's just hot and she's big.
We don't have a
So
family pet
it's
anymore.
like that gets hot, and also her fur is everywhere. She's a black lab, so she sheds like crazy,
Yeah.
especially when it's hot, and like the fur gets everywhere, so that kind of feels dirty too because I'm not used to having animal hair anywhere. But like, no, yeah, I know what you mean. It's like I don't give when
Even,
I'm
like,
home. Like, and I'll put
yeah.
on outfits that I'll wear here that I like love and that I eat the fuck up when I'm here, and then I put them on there. I'm like, ooh, what the? This isn't working.
Yeah, no,
It
I
doesn't
know.
look right.
No, I know. And like also even like sleeping, I don't sleep great when I'm back home because I feel like it's like not my room, it's not my space. Like the air temperature is a little bit off.
Yeah.
Like the clicking of the fan just sounds different than mine. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, and okay, this is also both of us coming from like a very privileged standpoint to like be able to go home and like have room
Yeah.
in our parents' house and like have parents who like want us to come home and like spend the time, and like we also understand that because like I'm grateful to have the family that I do, but like, oh, like yeah, I get that. All
It's
of
just
it.
like weird.
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't know, maybe this isn't the same for you because for me, like, we're a huge cooking family and like food is like so important in my family. But like, I feel like I have to give them like weeks in advance, like everything that I want to eat while I'm home. But like, I can't think of it. And then when I get there, it's like, also the way my parents grocery shop is like they don't shop for the week. It's like they go like 7 times during the week.
No, my
and get
parents-
like things that they need for like that meal.
My parents will be the same way, so they'll be like, you know, you're coming home next week. Like, let me know what you want. Like, start thinking about a grocery list.
Yeah,
whatever.
my mom will like ask like, what do I want at the house? And I'm always like, I don't know because like
Yeah.
the way that I eat here is
So
this is
random.
so sad, but it like has so much to do with my finances. So like I don't ever like consistently have food in my house. Like it's so random what
Same.
I have. Like this week I've had like just random, like I have no snack food. It's all just like food that I had to make into a meal. And so like when my mom's like, what do you want here? I'm like, I don't know. And then like I'll tell her something and then I always feel bad because I never end up eating it because like it was just the first thing that came to mind. Like I'll be like wheat thins and cheese sticks or something, and then I'd never touch them when I'm
Yeah,
home.
I know, and I feel so
and then
bad.
I feel like a dickhead because I made
know.
them buy it. And
Or
then,
like what I'll do, what I've been doing now is like, I was like, it's okay to don't get me anything, and then when I go, I just like go to the grocery store and like I'll buy a couple snacks or
Yeah.
like things that I want, and then that way if I don't eat it, I don't feel bad, and also
'cause,
like
yeah, you
if I
bought it.
overindulge on it,
yeah, I don't feel bad
I bought
either.
it. Like
Yeah.
it's fine, and like
yeah.
I don't know, it's just like, and also I can't have dairy, like I'm very lactose intolerant for those like listeners who don't know. So like my parents, and like they know that's a very like it's been my life, like so they also are like try to be very accommodating towards it. But then it's like, and this sounds so mean, but like the coffee creamer that they get, ugh. And I know that it's like dairy free and they're like trying to their best, but like I don't like it.
Yeah.
So then I don't drink coffee when I'm there, which also I think makes me like not poop and not feel regular.
Yeah.
And also like I don't like their coffee.
Yeah.
I have an espresso machine that I buy like specific pods that I like. And outside of that, I'm going to go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry about it.
Yeah. No,
but
my mom always gets me like cold brew when I'm home, and it's like so great because like she'll have like the Starbucks branded cold brew in the fridge, and so like I always have that when I'm home. But then other than that, like I never know what to tell her what to get for me. Also, when I go home, like this is also sad because I'm just not used to eating 3 meals a day because I can't literally.
No, I feel
can't afford it. But like I feel like so much when I'm home because like they just, not that they eat a lot, but they just eat 3 meals a day. And like by the time like the second meal happens, I'm like, oh my God, I just ate like breakfast. Like, how are you guys hungry again? And they're like, well, like we ate at 7 a.m. You woke up at 10 and ate what we ate. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, true. And then, but then dinner will roll around and I'm like, damn, like I forgot what it's I forgot what it's like to eat like 3 meals a day.
See, I feel like for me when I'm there, it's like I wake up later and then I normally wake up, I work out, and then like I normally have to like meet a friend for something or whatever, and then like I'm rushing home to have dinner because like I just met a friend at like 2, if not 3, but I have to be home for dinner for 5 because my parents eat at like 5 o'clock on the dot every single day.
Could not be my family. The only time my family eats early is when my nieces are over because like they get hangry as a motherfucker.
No, well they eat early because of like my dad's work schedule. Like my dad normally has to be up at like 4 a.m. to be at work, so like
so my grandpa
he goes to bed like early. Like he's normally in bed by like 8 o'clock, 8:30 at like the latest. So like to eat at 5 isn't crazy because like if they ate at 7, like he wouldn't be able to go to like it just would be not like So that's been my whole life because my dad's work schedule, like he's always had to be up really early for work. So like that's just all I know. So it's also like weird to people too. And I'm like, oh, it's like 5 o'clock. I'm hungry. And people are like, you want to eat dinner at 5? I'm like, yeah, kind of. I'm kind of a little hungry. Yeah. Even though I think like the average time to eat dinner at this point in life is like 7 p.m.
Wait, like your average or like
no? I'm saying like in like the global average.
The global average for dinner time, I believe, is 7 p.m.
I really think that.
Yeah, no, I feel like the majority of people probably
like
eat
6:45, 7 o'clock is like.
I love a late dinner, so like I like the reservations for 7:30. And then we start eating around like 8:30.
You know the difference is I think also about like when you're home and eating and you're like, because they're so timely. Like I don't like your parents, I'm sure are very timely. Like my parents are like when they eat, because they eat the same time every single day. They eat the same things, whatever.
It's like their routine.
But for me, what I've realized actually isn't about like the fact that I'm eating 3 meals, because I definitely still eat 3 meals here regardless, because I'm not a bitch who's gonna go hungry. I don't eat consistently at the same time. So like if I'm not hungry, I don't eat. If I want to eat dinner at 2 o'clock, I'm gonna eat dinner at 2 o'clock, and I'm gonna have a snack at 8. Yeah. Or I might have a whole other dinner again at 8.
That's how I am too. Like I just eat whenever I'm hungry. Like it's not like I wait.
I think that it's different because like they are so like regimented. Where like I just eat when I want, because we don't have another reason to not.
Well, they don't either.
Right, but they have each other.
Yeah, I guess.
And I think that's reason enough.
Yeah, it's
true.
Like
for us, it's like just me.
Like if your person isn't hungry at this time, like you can't just be like, let's eat dinner at.
Right, but also like I feel like also too this is like a whole like relationship thing that you see like especially like on TikTok or like memes and stuff. It's like when like the girl's like, oh, I want to get ice cream. Like, do you want to go get ice cream with me? And he's like, I'll go with you, but like, I don't want to eat it. And you're like, okay, well now I don't want ice cream. Yeah. Because like I only wanted to have it because I wanted to enjoy it with you. Yeah. Or like, you know, I think it's like that kind of theory.
Yeah, I guess. But like, yeah, no, I like last night I ate dinner at like 9:45 p.m.
I think I ate dinner
because I ate lunch at 4 p.m.
So I ate breakfast before I went to work. So it was like 9 o'clock. And then like maybe 9:30 actually. And then I ate lunch at 3:30. And then I came home and actually fell asleep for a little bit. And then I woke up at like 9 and had dinner. And that was it.
Yeah. This is a riveting conversation.
I know. I'm really sorry. I'm so. But we're like, this is okay. This is the thing, though. This is how Emily and I actually speak to each other. Like outside of this, like this is straight up just me and Emily shooting the damn
literally,
shit. Like
literally. So a little bit more structure here. I have my lists. I always have my lists of shit like on my phone, and I just like tend to make lists when I have thoughts, because if not, I spiral and I just think of a million things at one time. So like if I write it down, it kind of just goes away, and then I can stop and move on to the next thing. Recently, there's been like certain things that have like just really just fucking grinded my gears and pissed me the fuck off. And I have like 3 things that right now are the bane of my existence and I hate more than anything. And so I thought I would just talk about them real quick. They're really fast.
let me hear them.
The first thing is the Meow Mix advertisement on YouTube with the ex-singer from NSYNC. And it is like puppet cats that are formed a boy band, and they're singing the Meow Mix song. And like his name's like Jay. It's like Justin Timberlake was the first Justin, and there's a second Justin in sync, and his name's like Justin something or Jay something. I don't know. He is like the coordinator of this group, and the song is like meow 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 meow, and I fucking hate it. And every time it's an unskippable ad on YouTube.
I don't understand how you get that. And you don't have a cat, but I have a cat, and I don't think I've seen it.
Because I think the reason is because on my TV I have Society 97's thing. So like, even though I don't have a cat, like we share the same.
But I use my own.
I know,
YouTube.
But on your computer when you're like uploading and stuff is from your house address or whatever. And so I'm like, maybe it has something to do with that, since like you buy things on your like, I don't know, or you like look through things on your phone or whatever. Like, I don't know, but I get it all the time. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's the most fucking annoying commercial ever. But I get hella Meow Mix ads on my YouTube.
I don't think I've ever seen
Oh my
one.
God. It's like Meow Mix and BetterHelp.
BetterHelp is fucking
It's the
annoying.
depression. It's like the girl depression special, because they got the cat ads and they got the BetterHelp ads.
Yeah, you know.
I cannot wait for the day that like comes a documentary of like the scam of BetterHelp.
You stay saying that.
It's got to be so bad. Like, I cannot imagine anybody getting therapy that way with what I know about therapy and like the type of therapists who are on there.
Yeah, I've never.
Like, they gotta be sleazy.
I've never done BetterHelp. I've done online therapy like virtually with my therapist and stuff. But like, I also have the option. Through like a actual practice, and like also have the option to go see her if I want to.
Yeah.
But I'm lazy. I'm a lazy girl. I'm not gonna go do it.
Yeah. Also, like, I'd rather cry in the safety of my own house. So.
Well, my thing. So for me, like, and I understand the point of BetterHelp, because like to me, I'm gonna do the thing that's going to be like the most accessible. If it's accessible, I'm gonna be more likely to do it for longer, right? So like me having to like get ready and drive through traffic to get to therapy is I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for maybe a month. Yeah. Because I thought about it and I'm gonna stop. But the fact that I can just wake up, open my laptop.
I mean, I get the business model, but like you can do that with any therapy. I'm not saying for you.
I'm saying like in general. Like I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I understand like why BetterHelp, like why it was created. Yeah. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like I don't think that they've had, from what I understand, like the best therapist on there. Like they aren't like very strict
Uber
about
Eats of like therapy.
Yeah, like they're not strict about like who can be a therapist for them.
Yeah. Also, like any therapy like office or whatever that advertises on YouTube or podcasts or whatever is fucking weird, because it's giving money grab, and that's why I hate BetterHelp and shit like that. But like those ads are so annoying.
And to only have therapy for $100 a month, that's like pretty cheap. Because mine's like $120 a session right now.
Is that their like pricing model? That's another reason it's kind of like, why is it so cheap? And you can't use your insurance on it. So like that's another thing where I'm like, it's kind of suspect.
No. And therapy isn't a cheap thing for sure.
No, but I just feel like I don't know. I hate those ads on YouTube though, and they're always like 7 minutes long, and it's like somebody recorded it on their iPhone 2 camera. And they're like, so today I
iPhone
like they
2.
try to do it like vlog style. Their ads, and I hate them. The second thing that I hate is I made a TikTok about this the other day, but I had a dream about it, and it literally woke me up from my dream fueled with rage. But it's like the giant chess and checkerboards in like airports or like public spaces. Like, why do we need that? And why are they taking up so much space? And I don't think I've ever seen somebody play that IRL. You know?
Yeah.
Especially in an airport where it's like,
yeah, but I feel like okay, it's not as common as you're making it sound. Like, you're making it sound like it's in a lot of public spaces. I've only ever seen it like
every
twice.
airport I've ever been in has one.
No, I've only ever seen it like twice.
What?
Yeah.
At malls or like parks and shit, they're everywhere. Oh my God, no, they're so much more common than I feel like you're realizing.
I feel like the massive Connect 4 boards I've seen, like,
but
oversized
even the massive
Connect
4s are like not as big, and at least they don't take up space on the ground.
Yeah, I don't.
Because they go up.
I haven't really seen massive chessboards or,
I
checkerboard
hate
like
them.
that.
I
I've only
hate
seen
them.
them like maybe once or twice in
And
my whole life.
I've never seen anybody play them. On that note, massive Jenga at restaurants, get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's so loud. It's so annoying.
I think Jenga in general is just annoying.
it's a stupid game.
Yeah, it is.
And like, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, Jenga's not it.
Especially like, I don't know, like at Hawkers, they have it in like their front area. And like when people play it, it's like so loud when it
Yeah.
falls, and like it falls on people. Like it's like in the way. Like, I don't know who was like, oh, this is a great game to make in giant style. Like, just make the
Yeah, I don't know
normal
why
style.
anything needs to be made in giant style.
Right?
Like, we're not giant people.
No. Yeah, like our hands aren't like ginormous.
Like, if we were giants,
Yeah.
and you made big versions, like, different.
Yeah.
But we're not.
Yeah, we don't need to take up like 12 by 12 square feet for a chessboard in an airport when people like, I'm walking here, like, get out of the way. I think that's it on my hate list I can think of. ATM. Oh, actually, last thing on my hate list is all the eligible for commission or like the TikTok sales stuff happening now, where it's like every 6 videos is somebody trying to sell you something.
And like, you don't even realize it. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, but like they have like the eligible for commission thing and like the link that you can click now that takes you to their TikTok store. I hate that.
Yeah, I feel like it's like overdone
It's
right now.
so bad. And I've actually blocked like 2 creators who have like a sponsored video right now where it's like talking about the eligible for commission thing, because I was tired of seeing it. But because the video is sponsored, you can't actually block them. You can only block them from like, you can only block them by seeing any of their other videos. But
yeah,
that
but because
video,
it's a paid ad, so
you
it's
still
not.
see it.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest rule I've ever seen. Like, it should still like not show it, because like, what if that person like bullied me and I never want to see their face again? But like,
No, you're not wrong.
because it's sponsored.
You're not wrong, but I understand why that video doesn't get blocked.
I guess. I feel like you just can't, like, I don't know. But the whole like eligible for commission thing, I hate it.
I hate it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. I got nothing else.
Do you have your little story or whatever?
Oh, it's a long story. We can do it another time.
Okay.
Oh, someone wrote into us about this really long story. So actually, what we that sounds terrible, but I actually want to read it. It's actually like a really interesting story, and I want to like share it with you guys and Emily. But on that note, what we should actually do is post something on our Instagram where you guys can write in and you guys can send us like dating horror stories again, and like stories with like families and whatever you want to tell us. Like, we want to hear it. We're gonna read it. We want to dissect it. Like, we'll do like a whole episode like that again, because those are always fun.
Yeah.
And, like, we'll just link it into that one.
Okay, cool.
Because we'll do one soon, especially with, like, you know, spooky season coming up. We always like a good dating horror story around spooky time. So we're thinking we'll do that, and we'll just save it for then.
Perfect.
But yeah, I had a thought before that, and it's gone now, so it's not important. Anyway.
Okay.
But I was gonna say, so we actually pre-recorded a YouTube video that's gonna come out on Tuesday.
Well,
And it will. Because yours is this Tuesday.
oh
and then
yeah,
the next Tuesday.
yeah. The following Tuesday.
Yeah, so on Tuesday with 2 creators. They're called Like a Virgin, and it's a sober bar, and they also have a podcast, and they live in Nashville, so we got together with them and we made mocktails with them. So definitely go check that out on Tuesday on our YouTube channel. But I just want to plug that really fast before we get into our outro. And anyway, Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Society 97. My name is Kellen Redkay. You can find me at Kellen Redkay on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
And I'm Emily. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Starnsy. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram, where we will be putting up these little questions, and you guys can write us in about whatever. We are at society97.pod on the gram. We are also on TikTok at society97pod, where we post clips from the show.
And we also have our YouTube channel where we post vlogs every single Tuesday and the video version of the podcast every single Friday. So make sure you go over there, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. We love to hear from you guys over there. And we'll talk to y'all next week. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.